Howdy. Today we are going to make a customized folding driver stand. We're going to use FreeCAD. I'm running the latest weekly release of FreeCAD. If you can edit a spreadsheet, you can customize the folding driver stand. So first thing we want to do is open the document. And driver stand V2 is the document. Okay, so we see a picture of our part, and if we go over here to the body, we can go down to the body properties. We have a model, and this is the model that we are currently selected. We can select a different one. Let's just go down to 9 by 85 by 3. Boom. 9mm tubes, 85 length, and there's 3 tubes. Okay. For this demo, I'm going to get rid of the start screen here. And now we're going to open up the spreadsheet. And now we are going to tile them. And this lets us see both the current part and the spreadsheet. Make this a little bit smaller, this a little bit bigger. Okay. So now, the easiest way to make a new part is by copying an old one. Say we want to make an 11 by 100mm by 4 tube part. Well, the 10 by 120 by 4 is pretty close. So let's go ahead and select the line, and then we're going to right click on it and copy and go to the end of the configuration table and paste it. Okay, don't worry about the errors. They will go away when we make our first change. And the first change is going to be putting the correct name for the row. We want 11 by 100. Hit return. And those errors went away. Now we can go back to the body, the model, and we can select our new one. And boom, there we go. Okay, now as we make our changes, we will see it reflected in the model. Okay, so being a normal spreadsheet, basic spreadsheet, the blue line, the cyan lines are the column labels. The yellow are the aliases back into the part design. If you click on one here, you can see the alias name. The convention is to have the label name and the alias name the same. The first row is the currently selected configuration. I've also indicated it by making it bold. So if we make a change here, like we can change back to the big one, you'll see this changes right up here, and these numbers are fed back into the model. Voila. So let's go back to our new one. And boom, updated. Okay, so now let's have fun and make our changes. Okay, number tubes, 4, that's what we want. We want ours to be 100mm. And you do have to type in the mm. And we watch up here, boom, shorten. Great. And then we want the tubes to be a little bit larger at 11mm diameter. And this is the inside diameter that we play with. And boom, a little bit bigger. Great. Okay. These are equations. Basically, we can ignore those and just let them do the thing. You can see the equation up in the content area. Okay. Tube separation distance. This is the distance between the centers of the tubes on it. Let's make ours 40mm, and we should see the tubes spread apart. Ta-da! Okay, and for some reason, say we want it to be a little bit more vertical on it. We're going to change the tube angle, which is the angle from the base to the tube, to 70 degrees. And we should see that. Boom, more vertical. Okay, some more stuff we can ignore right now that's in the equations. Okay, the hinged outer diameters and pin inner diameters. You notice I have a few different pairs here. 10 and 550, 12 and 5.5, 14 and 5.5, 14 and 6, 18 and 6.5. Basically think of it as the size of your hinge and just keeping in proportion to the size of your entire stand on it. 14s are fairly hefty. 10s are fairly lightweight. Think of it that way. And just to be different on this one here, we're going to make it 15. So you can put 15 millimeters in, and you'll notice they get a little bit more bulgy right in here. There they go, a little bit fatter. Okay, pin diameter, I would not go below 5.5 on it. No, 6.5. I mean, no, 6.5 on 18 millimeters, pretty good size. It works good. Okay, hinge outer gap. It's a little bit of spacing from where the parts that connect onto the plates onto the hinge are 0.3, 0.4. I put 0.4 on the larger ones, 0.3 on the smaller ones. Either values on any of them would be okay. Hinge separation. See the gap between the hinge and the tube here? Okay, that's not the one. It's the gap between the hinge right here, the hinge and this wall. Okay. I set 0.1. That works good on my printer. You may have to increase it on yours. Okay. Hinge outside width. Okay, that's the width of this pad right here on it that supports the hinge. I use 4 on everything. I wouldn't go below 3 on it. Scroll over a little bit more. Some more equations. The only one we need to pay attention to here is the base width. You want to make sure this will fit on your build plate on it. Like this one here is getting pretty close to my build plate limits. This one here, 134, that's well within. Okay. Base length. This is the base pad, so it's the length of this pad here, this direction here. A good number, good starting number, is the same as the length of your tubes, because when you fold them together, yes. So get this thing to change. There it goes. 100 millimeter. So tube length, and we'll make it the same there. If you're putting stuff that's really heavy high up, you may need to make that longer to give it more support so it doesn't tilt forward. That's about the only consideration there. Okay, base thickness is the thickness of the base plate. 2 is a little bit flexible, doesn't use as much filament, good for light to medium weight items. If you're going to put heavy things like a set of full-size screwdrivers in them, 3 gives you a very stiff plate on it. We're going to be different today and just do a 2.5 millimeter. And if we watch here, we should see the base plate get a little bit thinner. There it goes. Okay, base radius. That's this radius here. This is totally cosmetic, whatever you like. 20 I think looks good, but you may want it a little bit more rounded, so you may want to put 30 millimeters in there. And there you go, more rounded. Okay, base clearance is just a little spacing between the hinges and the base plate. I just leave it at 0.4. It works. Let's see, some more numbers you don't really need to pay a whole lot of attention to. Base offset, say number for how far out this plate is. The wall thickness, if you want to change the wall thickness for any reason, 1.5 works really well. I'm going to make a note here. You notice it's 1.51, not 1.5. This is working around an issue with FreeCAD, where if you get too many things lined up in a two-dimensional plane, it has issues. So I make it a little bit bigger here, and you don't really notice it visually, but it makes the math work out for FreeCAD. Wall height is how high this wall comes up with the tubes. Wall length is center tube, outside center tube, centers that distance. It's calculated, don't worry about it. The min base length adjusts the slope of this piece here, and the min wall length does the slope of the one up there. In case you want to change them cosmetically, you just need to have some. These are good numbers. And the stop clearance, this one here is kind of picky. This is a stop that keeps the hinge from rotating any further. This distance here is the stop clearance on it. You need enough room so your support filament can get in there, and you can easily remove it. 2 keys there. I find that 0.5 seems to work well. If you get it too small, the slicer and the printer will make these one piece and the hinge won't move. Okay, so let's go ahead and close our spreadsheet. Maximize our drawing again. Zoom out a little bit and take a look at a part. This is our new part. It's all there. All looks good. So, next step is to save it. So do File, Save. And now we want to export this as an STL, so you need to select the body. Make sure the model that you want to export is selected. And go down to Export. File type, you want to be STL Mesh. And then you pick where you want to export it, and the name. I like using a convention that shows the model in it. So my convention would be 11 by 100 millimeter by 4 tubes. And it's an STL file. We're good. We save it. Okay, I've done this before, as you can tell, so I'll replace it. Okay, that is it. You can now make your own customized folding driver stands. Have a great day.